How much does Amazon take from its sellers? Is Amazon FBA a scam? These are certainly the questions I had when I first started off, so let's dive into the breakdown of what these Amazon FBA fees are. When signing up for your seller account, there are two options to choose from: the individual seller account or the professional seller account. For the individual selling fee, the cost is $0. I would recommend this individual selling account for $0 if you don't yet have a product idea or you're just wanting to start off and check it out. You also want to create the account to see if you'll be approved. So this is a good option if you fall under these things. The one charge you'll have to be aware of, however, is the individual per item fee, and that is 99 cents per item sold. The other option is the professional selling account, which is $40 per month. I would recommend the professional selling account if you're looking to sell at least 40 units per month, or if you have multiple products that you want to sell, but this is the best option in terms of having the best perks with selling on Amazon FBA. So Fulfilled by Amazon would be the FBA charge, which is $40 per month. This allows you to have the possibility of branding as well, so your listing can be a lot better. It can appeal more to customers than if you were to use the individual selling account. Most people sign up for the professional selling account. That's what I did for Vino cards, and I would definitely recommend this if you're looking to really think long-term for your business and if you're confident and comfortable in how you're selling your product. The individual selling account is a great option too, and if you do start off with that one, you can always upgrade to the professional selling account. So that is a perk of if you want to just start off and kind of dip your toes in the whole process of Amazon FBA, just start off with the individual account, and once you feel more comfortable, you can upgrade to Amazon FBA or the professional selling account. And this leads me to the fees associated with both accounts. So for the seller fees and the Fulfilled by Amazon fees. Let's look into the seller fulfilled, or FBM, fulfilled by merchant fees. If you do choose the individual selling account, that means that you are FBM, fulfilled by merchant. You are responsible for all the work associated with sending out orders, all the orders that come in from customers, shipping and packing your product. Shipping can be pretty expensive depending on where you're shipping your product to. You also have to be mindful of the packing of it as well, so it can be pretty costly if you're going with the FBM route. You'll also handle any returns that come in for your product, so this can be very time consuming and costly. The fees for your product will vary depending on what the product is, the size of it, the weight, and all of that. You can always use some carriers such as FedEx or UPS, depending on what has a better rate, so you can go with them, but you just have to be mindful of the fees associated with all the supplies that you'll need to ship out your orders, any orders coming back in, and handling all customer support as well. This is pretty different compared to FBA, Fulfilled by Amazon. This is the professional seller account. That means that Amazon takes care of everything associated with your product. So everything I mentioned before is actually taken care of by Amazon. Amazon is picking and packing your product, so they are shipping out any orders that come into your listing. So you're not even aware of it. You can always check on your account, of course, how many units you're selling per day, but Amazon is taking care of all of those orders. Additionally, they're handling all returns and the customer service aspect of it. So they are communicating with customers, so you're completely hands-off. I would highly recommend the professional seller account, so FBA instead. Amazon, of course, takes care of everything for you. And if you are trying to scale, you are able to really work long-term with the FBA product. The biggest part of FBA is that you are Prime eligible. And as you know, Amazon is very well known for their 2-day shipping, sometimes even quicker, and customers love that. So when you are doing FBA, so the professional seller account, Amazon is allowing your product to be Prime eligible, so customers will be able to see that on the listing and they'll get their product in 2 days. This is very different compared to FBM, Fulfilled by Merchant. You are the one responsible for shipping out all the products. And even though you're on top of it and you can ship it out quickly, it can be a delay with the carrier. And so if the customer might not be getting the product soon enough, they might be turned off by the view of it not being Prime eligible. So it's a really big perk being with FBA. Once you are set up and approved for your Amazon seller account, Amazon does charge you a referral fee. A referral fee is charged for Amazon exclusive products. Amazon brings customers to their site. They have over 100 million Prime customers, so they are bringing all the traffic to your listing. So for using their site, they take a percentage for selling your product, and that percentage is 15%. Next, there is monthly Amazon FBA fees. This includes order handling fees, pick and pack fees, and weight and handling fees. Because of this, I would recommend keeping your product under 1 pound, and the cost will be significant as far as how much they charge you for your product. There is an Amazon product tier that you can look at for sizing of your product, and you can see where you fall depending on what your product is. If your product falls under a standard size, for example, it would be about $2 to $9 per unit, so there is a range. For an oversized product, the range would be $3 to $10. Again, it definitely depends on your product, and Amazon does have this on their site so that you can see where you fall under. But if you have a great product that is maybe a larger size and you know that it's going to sell well, then just go for it. Just know that you're going to be paying a little extra for the size and weight of the product. But overall, if you're looking to sell a lot more of those units and making a good profit out of it, then it doesn't really matter. You just have to be mindful of these monthly costs. If you'd like to see how your product compares to other competitors on the Amazon listing as well, so maybe if other people have similar products to you, you can use Helium 10 as a software to figure out what your competitors are selling their product for and how much they're making. Helium 10 is a great company that I use, and I would recommend just checking them out. They have a lot of different tools to check out those competitors, see how your product ranks in that space of Amazon. It's a lot to consider, so Helium 10 can really help you out. I have a coupon code below, and this is the biggest one that Helium 10 has ever done. It's 80% off your first month of Helium 10. That's practically just an amazing cost. You can just try it out and see how it works, especially if you're a beginner. So I'll link that link down below, and I'll also link a video up above for you guys to check out specifically on Helium 10 if you're looking to kind of discover these different tools that you can use to make your product successful on Amazon. So back to the fees. Once you have your whole listing up and your product is ready to go, you will be charged for sending in products to Amazon's warehouse. So you'll have to pay for storage fees. For regular storage fees, it's $2.25 per cubic foot. For long-term storage fees, which applies after having units in the warehouse for more than 6 months, can cost up to $3.45 per cubic foot. And this is where I would definitely recommend to not overstock your product. Just keep track on your Amazon seller account to see how your inventory is doing, and then send in products when you need to. And of course, do it ahead of time. So it does take a little bit of time for Amazon to process the units. So just make sure that you're on top of it. You definitely don't want to run out of inventory, as Amazon does not like that and can push your listing down on the ranking. I would recommend having maybe 2 or 3 months worth of inventory. Don't send in everything that you have. Don't send all of it, because you will be charged quite a bit for them to store your product at their warehouses. Another interesting fee to take note of is that there are different prices for different times of the year. So for the first 9 months of the year, so January to September, the pricing for standard items is 69 cents per cubic foot. But from October to December, so the holiday season for Amazon, pricing rises to $2.40 per cubic foot. The holiday shipping time for Amazon is definitely a big deal for them. This is the best time of year for them, so they do charge a little bit more to hold your product in storage. Lastly, on storage fees, there is an additional cost for return of items. This will be removable inventory in your space. If a customer returns the product, it's very likely that you can't reuse it to sell, so you're gonna have to remove that product. They do ship it back to you, and maybe you can change it up or do something then, and then send it back to the Amazon warehouse, but you are charged for Amazon to have to send that product back to you. Amazon will take care of the return, so the front-facing customer interaction, but you have to pay for the back end of it when they want to send the product back to you. That's typically around $1 per unit. It's not too much, but if you're getting a lot of returns, that might be something you need to consider and maybe try to prevent that, as that money can add up. There are a lot of fees, right? And it's a lot to consider, and you have to factor that into your budget and your profit margins and all of that good stuff. But you ultimately just have to choose what's best for you. So FBM, fulfilled by merchant, or FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, they're both really great options for beginners, and it just depends on how you see yourself selling this product. So if you're thinking short term or long term, it really makes that decision quite clear. as far as which one to choose. I also talk a lot more about the costs associated with even creating your product. So even before you dive into the Amazon fee world, there's a lot more fees associated with the cost of creating your product. And I created a whole video breaking down what it cost me to create Vino cards, how to do international shipping, how to really reduce the cost of designers and product testing. So I'll link that video here for you guys to check out. I break it all down for you, so click the video here and I'll catch you in that one.